What the fuck? What's that? Oh, hilarious. Oops. But I do know one thing though. Man, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday. Monday. What up, y'all? Waiting on Pat to pull up. He might already be in that. Nah, he not there yet. Okay. It's good with y'all. Just got through shooting 4 new episodes of Damn Internet You Scary. I'm sorry, not Damn Internet You Scary. Goddamn me. I'm in what's the other show? Word is Hard. And yeah, appreciate y'all that's been supporting that so hard. We are well on our way, and I got some new people, some big names coming in on the next shooting. So I got like 2 months worth of footage up now, and recorded, and we were able to like kind of figure out which ones we want to release next. I am good. I am good. I'm tired as hell. Didn't get a lot of sleep, and then I got up mad early today to go shoot. So, but I am good though. Appreciate you asking. I wish I just woke up. Hey, Talia, it's your birthday. Turn up though for the one time at the one time. Now I'm not under the weather. I'm good. I'm just tired, y'all. I got to shoot this, and then right after this, I have to go right to someone with the homies. So I'm just tired. That's all. Then I wish I had time for a nap. I'll be done with this at like 5:30, and then I got like an hour and a half to get ready for someone with the homies. But in the meantime, I have to edit Squadcast, start editing that, and then I have to do some ads for Squadcast. And yeah, we got to do on deck. I've been trying to slow down though, man. I've been going through so many bottles. I gotta slow down, so I've been trying to balance it out with like just drinking water and that. Uh, yeah, man. Do you have any shopping agreements you can share? I never. Not true. I had them down Starbucks. Y'all know little Starbucks like cheese, egg, little bite things. I had the one with like the bacon, egg. Nah, I think it was like Gouda or something. She was so good this morning, but it fucked my stomach completely up. So I've also been like, that's all I had in me, and then it's no longer in me. So that and water. And Patrick Cloud is pulling up right now. What up, Young Pat? We live, my boy. So
Yo, yo.
yeah, what up? We
What
live
up?
already. Squad is in the building.
Hey, how's wording is hard?
Man, it was good, bro. Just tired. A
You
little,
been working, man. That Telemar Do campaign is tight.
bro.
That shit was, it was pretty much like a flip. Like it was like a new, like what was the Dos Equis guy? You know how there was like a theme, like an
Yeah,
ongoing theme throughout the
yeah,
thing?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That shit was
That's what
tight.
they liked about it. They liked that it was like that, but it had a funny spin to it. So it's like we didn't take it too seriously, and they was really rocking with it. So the meeting went really well. She was gonna take it to her upper heads and see what's happening. But since I posted it on Instagram, I had like 4 more people follow me from Tullamore Dew. So I'm thinking they rocking with it. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
we're gonna see. It's gonna be one of the ones that we in it for the long haul with. So, but
Were they, and they were okay with you like posting it to YouTube and everything? Like even if,
well, I just posted it to Instagram and Twitter, but because I shot that on my own, that's not something that they paid for. Like I
yeah.
just took the initiative to shoot it before the meeting. It's
Uh,
like, yeah, you know what I mean. And at the end of the day, it's really just getting them more free marketing on that point. But they
right.
see that I'm serious about it, so we're gonna make it happen. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope. That's gonna be
Yeah,
such a
But Wording is Hard went really well today. And Quiet is Kept. We got the next shoot. We're gonna have Thug Yoda from his name is Tristan. He's from Insecure. He's the
nice.
one that put the
Thug
beat
Yoda?
on everything. Yeah, and I haven't told anybody yet, but also we got Ron Funches coming up on the episode too. Ron Funches, he's meeting.
He's
Real
super.
funny guy. Yeah, black dude. He got a real high pitched voice though. So
Yeah, I
that's
saw.
yeah,
I saw
with
him
like
do stand up before. He's great.
2 more people as well. This Thursday on, and only you guys know this, and the Scary Squad and the More Mob because you guys are watching right now. This won't make it to the final cut. This Thursday we also got Godfrey on.
Oh wow,
Yeah, Godfrey from.
that's big.
Yeah, he's gonna be on Zooming with the Homies. Tonight I got Vanessa Fracture, huge, phenomenal comic, and then tomorrow I got Coco Brown as well. She'll be on the show tomorrow night, and then next week I'm doing all the ladies from Vivica A. Fox's tour. That's just niche. Kelly Kales. There's 2 more people that escaped me. I don't know if it's pretty wicked or what, but yeah, we getting it going, man. Trying to stay busy out here. So
Man, that's freaking lit.
yeah, man.
That's freaking lit.
Shout out to Crew Company. I'm gonna try to reach out to them next. It's a sunglass company called Crew, Krewe. Farron got me these glasses for Father's Day, and this is like real 24 karat gold right here.
Really? Just in the middle? That's crazy.
Yeah, right. All the gold accents are 24 karat gold.
What's it called?
Crew, Krewe, based out of New Orleans. This style is actually called St. Louis. This style right here. So it's super dope. But they're gonna be the next company that I reach out to. So I'll probably buy another pair of glasses and then figure out a new campaign to start around that and get it going with them because they're a new company. So and they had something on their website like looking to work with Crew. So I'm definitely gonna try to, implement them with as much stuff as possible and also be their next spokesman for the West Coast. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We're just gonna keep working, man. Keep working. No days off. Well, maybe 2 days off, but then keep working.
2 days? Why 2 days?
That's what I do. I gotta take 2 days and just rest and recharge, and then it's right back to it. So that's it. I don't take a whole lot of time off. I hate resting, man. I don't know why it's such a fear of mine, but resting is, I don't know, it scares the shit out of me. So I'd rather be working, but neither here nor there, man. We got about an hour some change to go, and then I gotta get ready for Zooming with the Homies tonight. It's gonna be a great show as well.
Nice.
So yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. I'm just pulling up these reads real quick. Weed whacker. Okay.
Actually, I probably should pull them up. I mean, I already downloaded, but let me go ahead and just.
I looked at them earlier and I was like, oh, these are 3 old ones. I didn't think they had new shit. They pulled out all the new stuff.
All the new.
DHM straight. We got and then okay, no, never mind. It's only 2. It's only 1 new thing.
Yeah.
You jump in this chat though. What's going on with the Squiz?
I'm excited about this DHM. I wish they sent me some more. Straight like that.
Go. Wait, where is it?
All right.
Here we go.
There we go.
What's up, y'all?
I know, Nikki. I know, resting. Everybody's like getting work, get rest. I know, man. I be trying to get rest. Like, literally, I took some CBD. What's it called? Tincture. I did the tincture last night from this company, Fields, and they tell you to play with it like for a week so you can find the perfect dosage for you to kind of help you sleep through the night. I guess I didn't get enough of it because I woke up around 3 something, and I accidentally woke Farron up too. And so we went on a drive like downtown LA and came back and still was like not really sleepy. And ended up falling asleep around 4:30 and it was back up.
AM?
30. Yeah.
Y'all drove all the way to downtown?
I mean, yeah, but I mean we got back before that, but before 4:30, but didn't go probably fall back to sleep until like 4:30. And I was back up at 7:30, 7:38. So
I don't think I've ever taken a drive just because I was restless. That's some private eye shit. That is for sure some private eye shit.
Man, we trying to get this rest, man. They be eluding me. Like,
You talking about like rest, like going to sleep, or like literally just resting?
like going to sleep.
Mm,
If I'm laying there, more than likely I will grab my phone and start looking for a video or something to do for the
right.
next day. So like I have to like be off my phone. I have to really be asleep.
Yeah. I'd be trying to watch movies and I'll pause it like 8 times to do something within the
Yep.
first 10 minutes. And then I'm like, I'm not watching this movie clearly.
I hate that. I hate that I feel like we're a slave to it. Like Farron checked into a hotel 2 weekends ago and made me check in with her so I could just relax. Like I couldn't touch my phone like that. Couldn't post no videos or nothing like that. She literally did not make me work. And that was like the only time I would really like chilled out in the hotel. Because usually I'm working. I'm laying down, but I'm still working. I don't really be relaxing like that. So she made me do
Right.
it. And Angelo, I did do that Z-Quil. I will say Z-Quil does help me sleep through the night, like entirely. However, I wake up feeling super lethargic, man. Like I don't wake up with the same energy that you get from a normal night's rest. I always wake up feeling a little sluggish and a little woozy after I try it like that. So,
I don't
yeah.
call my dog lethargic. I don't think I ever really figured out what that means. Let me look this up. Affected by lethargy? Man, that doesn't help. Uh, Fatigue. Oh, diminished energy, mental capacity. Oh, tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just waking up not feeling as rested as you would like. So,
I had to like. What happened to Trey Melvin?
I just saw that too.
Is that weird to do live on the show?
I mean, this won't make it to Thursday's cut, so we
Oh,
just talk.
this ain't really it. Here, let me
I
see.
mean, yeah, it won't be real till we say, "Hey, what's up, guys? I'm such and such."
Okay. Oh, he had a car accident. Oh shit.
Oh, word.
Yikes. Eesh. All right, way to darken up the chat. Let's just throw some tragedy in there real quick. He's talking about being tired and shit. Well, shit. Prayers up to Trey Melvin. Damn, that is crazy. Apparently, he got in a really bad car accident.
Yeah.
Um. All right. Well, try to shake that off.
Shit. I'm trying to think if I had anything to help shake it off.
I mean, I got some random stuff.
All right.
Hang on.
Oh, and guys, we are bringing back Chit Chat and Cereal. Yeah, what is it? Chit Chat and Cereal. Yeah, Chit Chat and Cereal is coming back. We figured out a way to do it. I don't know why we didn't think about this earlier. In hindsight, everything is 2020. Seems like the easiest thing to do is this way.
Right.
So we will be bringing that back, which frees up a lot of time that we don't have to spend on creating a new show. So just know that is coming back. And the meet and greet was super fire, man. So we would love to do that. If Pat is up for it, I'd love to do that maybe like once a month, just to keep that going, man. So hopefully in July we can get that going again because that was a lot of fun getting to connect with y'all on such a dope level. Pat, old girl sent me the link for Funimation.
The con, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yes.
I think July 3rd and 4th. So if you
Okay.
got that, make sure. I think we should definitely pull up there.
Yes, definitely want to.
And for any and everybody that has purchased through Teespring, trust me, man, I've been on their ass. Somebody hit me up today, was like, yo, what's up? Why y'all on CP time? We have nothing to do with the artists being shipped out. We had to go with Teespring because we didn't have a fulfillment to get the shirts shipped out any other way. Typically, I would go buy shirts and then get them printed, and then I would literally mail them. But because of COVID and quarantine, a lot of businesses were closed, so we had to go through Teespring to get the fulfillment. They take the artist, they do the printing, and they do the shipping. So we apologize tremendously about the delays, but it is completely out of our control. But I've been emailing them every week, like, yo, y'all need to talk to my people because, you know, obviously if y'all are buying because of us, you're gonna think that we have something to do with it. We really don't though, but I am still fighting for y'all to make sure that these shipments go out in a timely fashion. It's just that I think that so many people started companies and printing orders because of the rallies and the protests and stuff like that. They got overwhelmed and they just don't have the best communication with the customer. So I apologize in advance about that. So
As many people who switched to OnlyFans, a lot of people switched to merch also. So it's like my guy is overwhelmed too, but they are still coming. You see, Nikki got hers today. So yeah, for sure. The world's ending outside, so so a week. It might push it back a week or so.
It feels like it. All right, we ready to get going, Pat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's keep an eye on the time to make sure that we are getting going with the
Yeah.
ads and the time.
I'm gonna just say I'm gonna clock this one at starting at 4:40.
Okay. For a piece of paper so I can kind of keep an eye out when we do the ads too, so it make it look easier on me when I'm doing everything. Okay. 4:42. That's when we started.
So
first
much
ad,
better.
first ad is who?
Hmm?
First one is
First what?
ad.
First one is Keeps.
Okay. And then I think Hawthorne is next, and then DHM. If I remember correctly.
Then Manscaped, then DHM.
Okay. Okay.
Keeps, Manscaped, DHM.
All right, cool. Let's get it going. You know what? I feel hella underdressed. Like, with just this. Let me grab a jacket real quick.
You feel underdressed?
Yeah, with just a white t-shirt on, man. I ain't never been like just like a plain white t-shirt type of dude, man.
Diva. You hear this, diva?
Just deal with it, all right? That's who the fuck your co-host is.
Hang on, let me get some more water.
All right.
Why does this water taste weird? Metally. Come on, Britta.
You know it's gonna have some yellow in it.
From Britta?
Oh, I killed. Nah, she somebody said something with some yellow in it. Yes, Courtney, this jacket.
Oh, they didn't approve of the shit you brought back. All right, let's see this outfit change.
You say something about this jacket, you don't like black people.
Is that for black people or is that for white professors to wear during Black History Month?
Hey, but how about you shut the fuck up, okay? This is exactly why the Fuck You Pat is the best selling shirt that we have.
Wait. Let me see the jacket though. It do look kind of tight.
It's just, you know.
Oh, it zips. Okay.
Yeah. And it's reversible, so it's got that on the inside.
You shouldn't have told us that.
You've seen this jacket. I've worn it a couple times. You've seen this jacket before.
Did you wear it the reverse side?
Yeah, I wore the reverse side before.
I don't know where the tapestry is, guys. I'm sorry.
They keep saying that. They keep calling me Dr. Omar. I'm so sick of y'all shit, man. All right, let's get it going. Hey, what up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You're Scary.
Hey, what up, Dr. Moore?
Hey, man, I'm tired, bro. Glasses gonna stay on. Shout out to Crew, you know what I'm saying? New Orleans-based sunglass company. Get that free plug real quick because we're gonna end up working together. Just know that.
Well, I just got hit up by Dulera. You know what I'm saying? I got the sponsorships too. Dulera, breathe better.
Hey, that's essential. Breathing is essential.
Send that to them.
Funny, I always wear glasses because I've just always worn glasses. Here's the thing, I do have contacts on, but typically I just always either have on glasses or I always have on a hat or both. But I always have on one or the other. Very rarely will you see me going naked face.
I wonder if that helps with like the screen, you know?
I know it helps when I'm reading. Like when I'm reading the copy and stuff and I'm doing ads, I can read clearly and people don't know what I'm looking at. But I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like it's part of the persona that I have created for myself. Like just a cool motherfucker that always wear glasses or hats.
You should look into cool glasses that also help you from like blue light. Because I had these gamer glasses that help from people that look at screens all day, like whether it's a phone or laptop or TV screen. Mm-hmm. And it helped. They look terrible. They were like yellow aviators. I looked like a cop. So I lost them just inherently. But
yeah,
we always looking at a screen. I'm gonna buy some of those now.
Farron bought me some of those. She bought me some of the ones that protect you for the screen. So yeah, I have a pair of those, and they're just regular black frame glasses. So, but they work though. You know what I'm saying? They do work. I'm talking about.
I have a quick game before we jump into stuff
Oh yeah.
for us to play. Yeah, just a quick game. You know what I mean? You guys like dolphins? Hmm?
Why not?
Y'all a fan of dolphins? Let me
Of
go
course, we
ahead.
like the porpoises.
Hey, can you let me share the screen real quick? Cause
Absolutely.
I got some dolphin facts. Okay.
Boom.
We all know that dolphins are sexually aggressive, right? We
Yes, we.
all know this. We all know this. So I'm gonna name some new dolphin facts that I learned today, and all you have to do is tell me which one of these is the fake one. Okay? So there's the I'll probably name like four things. Tell me the fake fact that I threw in there. Okay? All right. Number one.
Hey.
Well, watch this. Number one, dolphins masturbate. Number two, dolphins use sound to get off. So you could literally yell at their penis or like they could scream or yell into the penis or vagina, and that's oral sex. Okay. Number three, gay blowhole sex. That's when two male dolphins have sex with each other through the top of their head, the little blowhole right here. And then number four is fin sex, in which they get underneath and start sticking their fin into the dolphin vagina. Okay, so those are your four options. Either dolphin masturbation is fake, uh, the sound using sounds for oral sex is fake, gay blowhole sex, or fin sex.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's how we're opening up.
I let's go with the oral one. The sound.
You're incorrect. Actually, any of them would have been incorrect. Those were four true crazy things that I didn't really know how to tell you guys. So I put it in game format. But yeah, all four of those are true. Dolphins are full on freaks out here. Freak nasty. Any way to get off, dolphins are getting off. All
They
right.
may be the closest to humans because, like, some people really get off on like masochists and being submissive, and people yelling at them. And obviously, there's gay sex, and yeah, people have definitely put things in other people's crevices and
Mm-hmm.
what so on. And yeah, dolphins may be the closest things to humans for real, for real.
Oh yeah, they out here having a great time. All right, so shout out to dolphins. Speaking of the open sea, this has no story attached to it. The only thing is the caption, which is R.I.P. Dad. Oh, gotta
Uh,
check. You gotta check for wind, guys.
uh,
Oh my god. All right. All
uh,
right. I just wanted to warm up today with this with some weird stuff.
uh,
Yeah, that's it. It gets worse as it goes. It
I
gets
might
worse
have to
as it
make a
goes.
video about it. I haven't made a video today. That might be the video right there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a rough one. I didn't really know how to touch it. I just felt like Tahir might
I
have
figured
the words for it.
so many bad jokes popped into my head that I will not say live, but I will text it to you.
You gotta go. Oh, that's quite a moment. And then the third thing that I would like to say to warm up is guys, COVID is still happening. It is still happening outside, still a thing. Please don't be this desperate to go outside. It should never get this bad. Ever.
Y'all, they look like somebody's lunch. Like if humans were giants' lunch and they were put on shelves in refrigerators in human-sized Ziploc bags. That's what it looks like
Uh,
is happening right here.
they look like trash. it's this is like what could be under there that's this enjoyable? Because I assume it's raining too, right?
I, I mean, maybe that's why the other people are under the umbrellas. But it's like,
It's
yo, that's ridiculous.
it's just not. I just wanted to float this out there. I know they're opening a lot of stuff up. For watching this, they're just losing money. The COVID did not go anywhere. So yeah, just
Yo, the one comment at the bottom that says, after I nut in the condom.
I do like the screen shares because it does highlight some very important commentary that we may not have said.
Somebody said, I would never conceal my outfit like that.
Why go home? Why not stay home is what I mean. Why go out in the first place?
Oh my God, man. People are funny, bro. People in the comment section be having some of the best material, low key.
Oh, I think the best comedians on earth are just random people on their laptops, because you'd be surprised like how many random tweets or memes with captions get stolen and turned into like all this, like it becomes like an ongoing joke that just started from some random person on Twitter. So
yeah, for
the
sure.
internet is undefeated.
Constantly.
Shout out to that old name. All right, I think the only story it really makes sense to jump right into is my favorite thing on the internet, which is Ja Rule's.
You have made your life so good that when it thinks of, you got to have Peters, Papa Cristo, Peters. They got everything. I'm gonna just give you a rundown.
That right there looks fire as fuck. I don't know what it is.
Tzatziki. Hold on. Octopi tequila. Well, whatever, but it's good. Apple mano soup. Cava pizza. And they got wine too. I'm telling you, come on down to Papa Cristo's. You can't even pronounce the food. It's so good.
So I made a video about this yesterday, and after people in the comments were talking, supposedly he did this on his own for this mom pop Greek restaurant, and he was on a show and he just did it like just on the strength. So like they didn't ask him to, he just evidently just did it, which is dope of him, right? The video, the angle that I came from on my video was like, if somebody was tied to Fire Festival, I don't want them associated with my business. And that's where I was coming from on the whole video. It's like, my nigga, you still was like, you was on Fire Festival. And I don't know if he taking this serious because you ain't got no shoes on. I don't want you doing my video with no shoes on unless it's about foot cream.
Well, I'm glad you used that angle, because a lot of people just went straight for it, like 50 Cent, like, you broke, I can't believe it's gotten this bad, yada, 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 yada. Yeah. And although I don't know how much money he has, it turned out that, like you said, this was for a show on TBS. This wasn't him just being hired for a commercial, which is how it came out in context.
Yeah.
It came out that there's a show where this is kind of the premise, from what I understand. It's sort of like Rappers with Shows or something like that.
Yeah.
And this was what I like to think of as creative marketing that came out before the show aired, so that people would think it's real. People would kind of like do the whole internet bullying thing. And now it was trending, and then they told us what it was. So it says, oh, don't want to get flagged. So basically he says, thanks for making my commercial trend and go viral. With your help, we raised money for No Kid Hungry, so it was for charity, and helped Papa Cristo's gain a lot of new business. Make sure y'all watch here. It's called Celeb Show Off on TBS Network tomorrow. Opa with cry faces. I respect Ja Rule for this.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to Papa Cristo's now for sure.
Is that out here?
It said Pico, so I assumed it was.
Huh. That's hilarious. It's probably swamped, and they're like, "Is this the place Ja Rule was talking about?" Like,
yeah.
You got.
The with me was that he didn't know the name of the food. Like he was looking on his phone and still was like, "Motherfucking food fire."
I love it. Like if you can't come back in music and you just decide to turn into a personality and you start doing stuff well, I have nothing negative to say. And it's like, it wasn't a selfish move because he was broke.
Yeah.
It was for charity. It helped the restaurant out, and it's for a show. Like this was a win-win-win, and I feel like he played 50 at his own trolling game. Which
he did. I think Ja Rule is funny, bro. I would like to see him acting more. Like I think he's funny. I think leave the business side alone, except for like contracts when you are doing, work. But other than that, man, just act. I think he's funny. I think he's a character. I think he would be a good comedic actor.
I'm going. I didn't know it was so close.
Yeah, I don't think he should be a leading role, but I think he could be a good supporting actor. Like I remember when I first saw my Fast and Furious, and he was like Monica, Menage, like that was I always yelled that out when I take off, like from the curve, Menage, because he was like if he had won the race, he would have got old girl, the chicken sucker, and a friend, and so he was like so pumped, and then when Brian beat him, he was like Monica.
What movie was that?
Fast and Furious.
I think I remember that low key.
I think that might have been the first one. That's when Brian was trying to impress Dom.
And then they shelved him and put Ludacris in there.
Yeah.
SMH.
Hey man, only one rapper at a time, bro.
Hey, Ludacris low key got a nice little acting career.
Yeah. Oh, he got it. Except for everything, except for John Henry. The John Henry movie that's on Netflix right now with him and Terry Crews. And
he's the lead.
He is like the villain. He's the antagonist, but he has like a mechanical jaw and it's like all gold and jeweled out, and it's just like, what are y'all doing?
What's the movie called?
It's called John Henry on Netflix. It's him, it's Terry Crews, and some
John
other
Henry, the nigga who made the train tracks.
Yeah, the iron worker. Yeah.
The dude who made the train tracks, who was beating the machine. There's a movie where Terry Crews is John Henry.
John Henry's hammer and all that hammer. Yeah.
And a bionic jaw Ludacris is his antagonist, is what you're telling me.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes. Okay. I just found it. Let me go ahead and share this with the people.
Yes.
Wow. I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. I thought it would be like at least like Terminator style.
No, you thought I was joking. I was joking, and no, I was not. There it is, right there. That's it, right there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who was John Henry's villain? Who was like, oh, this guy's really fast. He's beating our machine. Let's ruin him.
I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody that might want to steal.
After that,
hey, some people be like, "Hey man, I got to see it for myself," because there've been some movies on Rotten Tomatoes that got shitty ratings, and I went back. I was like, "Oh, it wasn't that bad," you know what I'm saying? But this movie,
wow,
movie. Okay.
Ooh, God, that's the worst sound in history. But shout out to Ludacris. He used to have the crazy big afro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad he didn't lose it. I'm glad he didn't lose it. Oh God, that was horrible. But Ludacris always had the amazing hair, and thanks to products like Keeps, people like him, Tahir, and myself never have to worry about losing it again. Okay,
mm-hmm.
So we basically are here to represent Keeps. If you don't know, 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have hair left. So now you can get treated from home. You used to have to go to the doctor's office for your hair loss prescription, but now thanks to Keeps, you can visit a doctor online and get hair loss medication delivered right to your house. You can make it easy and deliver your medication every 3 months, so you say goodbye to pharmacy checkout lines, 6 feet apart, all those awkward doctor visits. Now you can have it right to your house. Keeps offers generic versions. Only of the 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there. You may have tried them before, but never for this price. Keeps is at a completely affordable price, and they recognize that prevention is key. Keeps treatments can take up to 4 to 6 months or more to see results, so it's important to act fast. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you'll save. So get ahead of the problem, okay? So you can find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, and nearly 100,000 men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention medication. Okay, Keeps treatments start at only $10 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get your first month for free. So
why would you not try that?
Why would you not? So yeah, if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/DIYS. and receive your first month of treatment for free. That's KEEPS.com/DIYS. All right. Get your hair situated. All right.
Situated. And remember, prevention is key, man. So the sooner you do it, you know what I mean? The
Get
better.
ahead of it. Get ahead of it. All right, cool. So let's jump back into my
Jesus.
saved stuff. All right, I want to know how the Scary Squad feels about this Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima weird, like I don't know. If you haven't heard, there's just been like this huge recall on old products that no one asked about. So sorry, I don't want to put my opinions in there just yet. But they're trying to take down Aunt Jemima's likeness, Uncle Ben, all these random things that may portray a mammy or old like slave type of imagery. Aunt Jemima's family is not okay. They're not happy about this. They've been publicly saying that her legacy will be tarnished and they want to keep it. Up until now, I didn't think Aunt Jemima's family was getting a check.
Me neither.
Which
That's
is
news to
interesting.
me.
I don't see why they would speak out against this if there wasn't money involved. But who knows? Maybe it was just something that it was prideful in their family. But to a lot of other black people, I guess it was harmful. I don't know. They're getting rid of Uncle Ben's now, the cream of wheat guy. What do y'all? What's the consensus on this? Is this a win? I don't know.
I don't know either. I always thought it was weird that we had some cert called Aunt Jemima. Like, I thought that was kind of, definitely low key shady. And other times I thought it was a little, poor in taste. But, I also feel like the Redskins is definitely poor in taste. Like,
Yep.
have a national football team and named after a Native American tribe that America nearly wiped completely out. I just feel like that's wild as hell too. And I know there are certain football, like some of the college teams have been granted permission of using like the Seminoles in Florida. However, I still feel like that's highly like offensive. You know what I mean? Like how y'all promoting all of that and you constantly are impeding on their land and their rights. You remember the whole pipeline fiasco a couple years ago, trying to go through the Native Americans' land and still like y'all still not respecting them. So I just feel like, unless y'all gonna do it right and try to make everything right, like let's not play with it. Do it all the way right. And let's rid everything of all the racist connotation that a lot of these companies and teams and other professional settings have. Let's get rid of it all.
I agree, but I don't know. It's like when you bring up the pipeline thing, like the pipeline, how they treat Native Americans, the border issue with Hispanic and Asian people right now, or just all foreign people. This police brutality issue, like that's the messed up stuff. That's the stuff that everybody's like, yo, this, and it's just weird because I feel like we live in a country that's like, while we're asking for this, they're like over here like, well, we painted Black Lives Matter on the street, and like we'll change Uncle Ben's, we'll change Aunt Jemima, and like to a certain extent, it's kind of our fault because we look at this and we're like, yeah, it's a W, thanks, and then all of this stuff remains completely untouched, not changing. So it's like when it came out, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but it's like I don't think anybody was really talking. Like I don't think there was one single person in the street protesting with an Uncle Ben or Aunt Jemima agenda. You know
what? That's what we think because we weren't. It's kind of like racism, right? And this is not giving a pass to anyone that has exhibited it or turned a blind eye to it. Racism is always in your face, but you don't realize how real it is until it's in a major like world event. Like I was proud to see people like doing the uprisings in London and Paris and things like that, because that means that not only do we experience it here, but obviously they experience it there and everybody is tired of it. And now you're starting to see our counterparts recognize their wrongdoing. And it starts in the house. So a lot of grandparents and parents are just teaching these to the grandkids and the kids, and they never even think about the stuff that we go through. So I think now is the perfect time to address all of it, man. Like, we might not have been aware of if there were protests or initiatives to change the name and the images for Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima, but that's not to say that they weren't there. They just might not have got the traction that they needed to make a national stand on it. So I'm not opposed to any of it. I'm opposed to people acting like it doesn't exist, and once it's been brought up, trying to turn a blind eye to it. But I don't think that's something that doesn't deserve national attention. I think being on the right side of history is addressing this and addressing it accordingly. So I'm for it.
Definitely for it. You know what I mean? Because if they're offensive images, it's just like all these statues and stuff that are being taken down. So it's just like, perfect, for sure, do that. But it's like, it seems like this is kind of further down the list, right? Like, we over here like, hey, Breonna Taylor, like,
oh yeah, no,
I
definitely think we should still do that too, Pat. I definitely think like Breonna Taylor should still be trending. I think we should try to bring that back to the forefront as well. And Juneteenth, I think we need an agenda. I think we need, like, everybody's like, yo, press these politicians and tell them what you want, and don't vote them in if they're not about that agenda and making a change. I think these are things that we definitely need to take to the polls, and we definitely need to take to the rallies and the conventions and stuff. Like, I think we need a list of change from big changes to small changes. And this might not be as big to someone else, but like, as long as you have this propaganda, you have this type of images portraying Black people still in a somewhat serving role, then people are always going to look at us like that. So, you know what I'm saying? You see the Jordan image, and you automatically associate that with greatness. You associate that with one of the greatest basketball players of all time. You see Aunt Jemima, you see her with the head wrap, even though, you know, consciously you don't attach her necessarily to a slave, but you know that it was somewhat of a mammy type of image. You know what I mean? So even subconsciously, you still attach that to looking at Blacks as lesser than. And so I think that even though this might not be as pressing as Breonna Taylor killers being held accountable, I think that it still is in the same vein of putting us on the same pedestal as our counterparts to be looked at as equals. Like, get rid of all this negative imagery so the next generation and the generations after that won't associate that with us. I think it still should be in history books. I think it should not be forgotten. I hate that America has a history of trying to sweep their dirty past and their wrongdoings under the rug, but I don't think that it should be our images going forward. There's nothing wrong with having a fit Black man on the front of Uncle Ben's with a grandkid on his lap in a rocking chair or whatever. Like, let's update all of this. All of these images change except for like a lot of the stuff that kind of portrays us as lesser than. So let's change that. Let's change all that shit.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely think we would, and it's crazy. Somebody in the chat had a very bad idea of changing the White House to that house. It's not a great idea, but it did make me think, like, why is the White House just straight up called the White House? Like, every time I like looked it up, it was just like Roosevelt named it, and it was like it used to be called like the President's Palace or the President's House or something like that. And now then he said White House. But I was just like, everywhere I looked, I was like, well, why is it? And there was like, I think a couple facts that was like, it was used to like cover burn marks or something. And I'm like, why would you pick white? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I feel like they didn't ever think a Black guy would ever be in there.
Ever ask? They didn't think they would have to ask. Like, why is it called White House? Back at the time, they were probably like, we have slaves. It's a White House for white people. What are you talking about? Now everything's PC, and they're just like, well, you know, the paint was actually white lime, and it was weird. Apparently, it's not from paint. It was from a lime-based whitewash. But I'm pretty sure it's paint now.
Yeah.
But originally it wasn't. But that's weird. Points to you guys if you can tell us exactly why it's called the White House, because
everything I saw is just kind of confirms that it was called the President's Palace or the Executive Mansion, and then they painted it white because of scorch marks, and the white paint had lime in it or something like that, and all of that. But yeah, man, I don't think they ever thought a black man was gonna be in there. So
It should be like Money Green. That'd be fire. That's what that's clearly what every race agrees on.
respects, yeah.
This is weird. Did you see the interview with the Chick-fil-A CEO?
No, but I heard about it. Like, is that the one where he washed Lecrae's feet?
Watch this.
Shared with me by a dear friend who shared with me about a revival that was taking place at a church in Texas. And at that revival on the front seat was an older African American man that was sitting there. And this young man got up that was there in that service, and he'd been so gripped with conviction about the racism that was in that local community in a small town in Texas that he took a shoe brush and he walked over to this elderly gentleman and he knelt on his knees and began to shine his shoes. And tears began to flow in that service. It was an attitude of conviction. So I invite folks to put some words to action here. And if we need to find somebody that needs to have their shoe shine, we need to just go right on over and shine their shoes. And whether they got tennis shoes on or not, maybe they got sandals on, it really doesn't matter. But there's a time in which we need to have, some personal action here. Maybe we need to give them a hug too, brother.
And some stock in Chick-fil-A.
But
That was his way of saying, bro, what?
That was yeah. Because here's the thing, man. And I thought about this as soon as I read that. I couldn't even watch it because I knew it was going to be cringy, and watching this was cringy. I know a lot of times when white people do these type of acts, they're doing it to try to establish solidarity or to apologize for those before them. Here's the thing, though. Those gestures are just that. That's a gesture, right? You get back on your private jet and you get back to your mansion and all of that. What are you really doing for the black community? I think what Lecrae said at the very end of that is what we're really looking for. It's like, and give me some stock in Chick-fil-A. Or make it available. Like give it something that's really like you shining my shoes or my tennis shoes is not going to help me at all. However, you making stock tips available or making informational stocks available to people of color, people who are given who are disenfranchised and have less opportunities for wealth and generational wealth, that is more helpful than you shining my shoes. And like it's the same thing when the people of Congress were wearing the kente cloth and stuff. Like I get that you thought that was a good gesture, but like what we really want is to see the change that is going to propel us to be on a level playing ground. So if you really want to help us and show us good gestures, enact some of this legislation that we are looking for with like education reform, police reform, justice reform. Start going into these cases where black men were given 20, 30 years for weed charges and now weed is legal. Like, let's start there. Like, you shining my shoes, kneeling in front of me and wearing kente cloth is not going to solve the disenfranchised and the complete separatists that of supreme power that the white community has had over people of color and black in particular. Like that's what we're looking for. All of those other gestures are just photo ops, in my opinion. You shining somebody's shoes is a photo op. I don't care about that. Like that's not really what's important. We really want to see some change. So
the thing that I don't like about that act is it's like, God, like we black people see white people fighting alongside of us. We see it, we appreciate it. We see it at every protest. We see it while you guys are calling up police stations, all that stuff. We see it and we appreciate it. But please, this situation should not be white people's excuse to show like that gesture that just happened was for white people. Like black people aren't sitting here like, yeah, shine my shoes, whitey. Like we don't, that's the thing. Like you see that quote following, like all we want is equality. We want revenge. We just want it to be fair. That's all we're fighting for, which is ridiculous, right? We're fighting for shit to be fair. So it's not like we want like white people to come shine our shoes, and we want white slaves, and we want white people to, draw our horses and all that shit. Like, we don't want that. Like, this is not an opportunity for white people to like show that they feel bad, and like that whole call a black person and check on them and just like, you doing all right, man? You all right? Like, that's not what we're trying to change things, like this is not new for us. This is new for a lot of people. A lot of people have been dealing with this for the first 2 months ever, but it's been like this. So it's like, you're not going to go up to a bully and be like, man, like, and like try to, you want that shit to stop. You know what I mean? Like, this is literally like a situation where an entire minority group is being bullied, and we don't want sympathy. It's just like that racist, I don't have it queued up, but that racist Baltimore restaurant that the girl was her son was being kicked out for wearing athletic gear, and in the video she showed a white kid that had the same outfit on pretty much. The dude kept saying like, I understand you're mad, I'm sorry you're mad, and she's like, I'm not mad, I want to know why this is. I want you to tell me why he's not allowed but that white kid is. And they're just like, I understand you're upset. And it's like, bro, you guys
that's so demeaning to us when you say I understand, because you don't understand it. And this is a blatant representation, an example of how you don't understand it. When you're taking me questioning the unfair treatment of me because of the color of my skin, and you're just like minimizing it with saying I understand, don't say that. Either allow me and my people to be in here or kick the other person out. That's how you show me you understand. And even then, you understand in this one instance. Yeah. You don't understand the totality of the pressure that we carry every day as being Black people. You don't understand the pressure of getting pulled over and hoping that a citation is the most that you get. You, as a Black person, praying for just a ticket, praying that you are not about to encounter a white cop that's had a bad day or just has a vendetta out for Black men or Black women. That is what you hope for the most. Yep. Like, I will take a broken blinker or a speeding ticket or a California road through a stop sign any day over like the real possibilities of the extent of how it can go. And with the CEO doing that, I felt like he's pulling from the Bible when they washed Jesus' feet and all of that. But it's like, bro, those ain't the same times. That's number one.
Don't wash my feet.
Number two, I can't really take you seriously when you're saying you want to do right by this group of people, but in the same breath, you have a personal vendetta against people who are gay and or the LGBTQ community.
Is that him specifically, or is that just the organization?
That's the organization. But if he's the CEO, because you can franchise Chick-fil-A's, but you still have to either have worked for them or you have to go through this like intense training to be able to franchise. So if he's the CEO, that's his thought. That's his policy. Like, and it's like, how can you, that's no different from racism. If you are going to say I'm accepting of all people, creeds and races, you have to be accepting of all people, sexual orientation, creed, races, and religious belief. You can't like pick and choose.
Yeah, what is that?
Who you're going to be racist to? Like that blows my mind. So like, I can't take that act seriously. I cannot take it seriously. And I hate when people listen, if we have any white counterparts that are in the chat, that are part of Scary Squad, that are viewers of the podcast, just know no Black person is all right. Don't call them and ask them if they're all right. We are not all right. And that's okay. Like, no one should be all right now. Our white counterparts shouldn't be all right. Our Chinese, our Asian, our Japanese, no one should be all right now. We should all be at a constant state of unrest because we are still not there as a people, right? What you should do is like, hey, can I pray for you? Hey, I'm sending positive energy your way. Hey, I'm uplifting you in thoughts and prayer, because we are not all right. No one should be all right with the government being the way it is, the justice system being the way it is, the education system being the way it is, the complete disenfranchised and the gap between social economics in the Black community and people of color community and our white counterparts. No one should be all right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not all right.
Super facts.
Pray for me or get on those front lines and walk with me. And my white counterparts, you need to be the representation for us when we're not there. When your friends are saying the N-word and rap songs, I don't care if it's in a rap song. You know what that word does to certain people. It might not be as triggering for all Black, but for certain people, that's not okay. I don't care if I have gay friends and they say I can say the F word. I know there are certain people that aren't okay with it, so I'm not going to say it to make sure I don't offend anybody in that group. And that's what it needs to be. We have to get on some type of accord where we are okay with saying, hey, I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm also going to do what I can to help you, because Black people can't be everywhere at all times. We're not omnipotent. I can't say the word. The thing that God is, he's always saying, omnipotent. Omnipresent. Yeah, we can't do that. So when we aren't able to, you still have to be there to march for us. You have to be there to scream out for us and be the presence for us, to take up for us. If you really want to show us change, do that. Don't call it like, hey, you okay? No, I'm not okay. There aren't tests for COVID in Black communities. No. There are communities in the Black neighborhoods that don't have fresh produce. No, I'm not okay. No, my kids can't go to a good school. The books are 15 years outdated at my kids' school. No, I'm not okay. You want to help me be okay? Help me. Be out there. Be an advocate and a proponent for change. That's all I'm saying, man.
It's crazy that you said that this is the same guy who doesn't like or doesn't support the LGBT community. And it's crazy. What this scenario showed me is that if you grew up a certain type of way, it doesn't matter what changes when you're old. You're kind of already set, you know, like the first thing I thought of, I was like, shine his shoes. Like, what year is it? And that just kind of showed you he was still mentally in a different time period. Like, what are you talking about? I don't even think the dude's shoes that he could wear were shineable. That's why when he got down there, he was like, sneakers, it doesn't matter. Because he got down there and he was like, oh my God, it's not 1930. What am I talking about? And it's so weird that some people are so stuck in that state of mind. But that makes racism make a lot more sense. Yeah. So that's really it. And we can try to trim back the hairs of racism all we want.
That's it.
That was a stretch. That was a stretch. I'm committing it. Go
ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm with you.
Trim back the hairs of racism all we want. But no one's going to be better at trimming hairs than Manscaped. This is brought to you by Manscaped, who we've been rocking with for a minute. They have been killing the self-grooming game. They've been giving you all the stuff for your crotch to make sure that you are perfectly, tidy down there and looking good. But now they done up the game one more time. Now they just released the Weed Whacker, which is a trimmer for your nose and ear hair. All right, they just want you to be photo shoot fresh out of quarantine. Take a look in the mirror and I guarantee you'll see hair sticking out of those holes. So now it's time to trim yourself up and make yourself less Sasquatchian, okay?
Great.
So, this is a nose and ear hair trimmer that provides proprietary skin-safe technology, which helps prevent nicks, snags, tugs in those delicate holes. And nobody wants a bloody ear. So the premium Manscaped Weed Whacker uses a 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual-blade system. That just sounds good. I don't really know what it means. It means like it moves and it got two blades.
It gives you the power and lets you know that bad boy turns in a complete circle every time. You understand me? Every time.
Its intelligently contoured design enhances the trimming experience, and it is waterproof, which makes it easy to operate and clean. The only nose hair trimmer that's on the market with a powerful and rechargeable lithium-ion battery that lasts for up to 90 minutes of use. So if you got a lot of hair, you're in good shape.
However, I would say nothing should take 90 minutes. You should at most 5 minutes. So that 90-minute charge should last you a couple months. If not, then you need to talk to your ancestor. What's going on?
Some people are hairy. But I do agree that's a lot for a nose. But yes, you will actually get a replaceable blade every 3 months to make sure that your weed whacking is clean and enjoyable. And 79% of partners polled admitting, 79% of partners that were polled admitted that long nose hair is a major turnoff. But I didn't have to tell you that, right? You should know
Everybody knows that, yeah.
So it's time to upgrade your routine with the Weed Whacker. Get 20% off and free shipping if you use our code DIYS at manscaped.com. So again, that is manscaped.com, and use our code DIYS. And just, thanks to Manscaped for keeping our pubes trimmed and our hairs and our holes looking nice.
That part right there, my boy.
It's rough transition city. Come on, trim the hairs of racism. That's
pull it back, man. Let the top off the Maybach of racism.
Yeah, that was a little bit much. All right, let's try to lighten it up because there's a lot of darkness.
I get it too, man. Like it's hard. I for the people watching, man. I know y'all like every week you talk about this, but like I gotta understand, man. Y'all hear about this once a week on the show. We hear about this every day, and that's why like I appreciate my content creating brothers and sisters out there that are still enlightening people, but still providing entertainment and content for you guys that's not solely centered around this, because I know how exhausting it gets to see this every day. I know how exhausting it gets to scroll through your timeline to see this every hour. But I also want you guys to remember that this is how we live every day. This is what we see every day. So it is becoming warped for you guys. And we're just standing here saying, welcome to our world. That's it. Like, we've been dealing with this for a while. And
oh man,
I'm glad that there is a spotlight on it and it's finally getting the pedestal that it deserves. But yeah, we gon' it's still, long as we're fighting a good fight, it needs to still be relevant.
Whew. Well, that was the best transition I could ask for, because speaking of welcome to our world, there was a cop that went on a rant about just how rough it's been to be a cop in for the last 2 weeks, and the internet said, hilarious. Check this out.
To come to the McDonald's at Love's on the Ford Avenue exit, and I waited in line to get my food. I had already done my mobile order so that, people don't pay for my stuff, because I just always like to pay for it myself. But I'm on my way home from work. When I pull up to the window, they hand me my receipt, so I go to the second window to get my food. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And so the girl comes to the window and asks me what my order was. I repeat my order and my coffee.
About to cry?
Order. And they asked me to pull up because my food's not ready. It's an English muffin meal with a hash brown and coffee. And I hadn't eaten. I hadn't eaten since, probably about, I've been up for a very long time, but I haven't eaten. So I was kind of hungry. And I'm still waiting.
Kind of hungry?
And I'm still waiting. And they asked me to pull up. So I pull up forward, and a girl comes out with my coffee, and just the coffee. And she hands it to me. And I have my window down.
Oh no!
And that's all she hands me is the coffee.
Oh no!
So I told her, I said, don't bother with the food, because right now I'm too nervous to take it.
Oh, you're nervous?
It doesn't matter how many hours I've been up. It doesn't matter what I've done for anyone. Right now I'm too nervous to take a meal from McDonald's because I can't see it being made. I don't know what's going on with people nowadays, but please, just give us a break. Please, just give us a break. And I hadn't eaten. Give us a break.
It's still going.
I don't know how much more I can take. I've been in this for 15 years, and I've never, ever had such anxiety about waiting for McDonald's drive-thru food. So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you. Because I don't hear thank you enough anymore.
Oh man, what to digest first? what to digest first. It's almost I don't know where to start.
I'll
I
start.
don't know where to start. Yeah, Tier, you could. Yeah, right.
Here's the thing. You know, when you sign up to be a mortician, you know that you're signing up for somewhat of an isolated position, isolated career. You're not going to really interact with a lot of people who are living outside of the family of the deceased that you are going to be, you know, attending to. The same thing with the fireman. You know, you are putting your life in danger every time you get called out. You have to, everybody else is running from the fire. You have to run in and do your job. And, you know, there are numerous professions. Like, I don't think trash men get thanked enough. Can you imagine what neighborhoods would look like if trash wasn't emptied daily, weekly? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of professions that don't get the thank yous that they probably should get. You think about teachers. These are the people who are providing education for the future leaders, the leaders of tomorrow. And a lot of times they are underfunded. They have to go in their own pockets and provide resources to their classes. They don't get the funds that can help take the kids out of the classroom and teach them on the job or real world skills. So those tiers are kind of falling on deaf ears when there are so many professions that don't get the thank yous that they deserve. Also, if you guys policed each other the way that you police and abuse your privilege in the communities of color, you might get more thank yous. You know, you might get more people who are willing to say thank you for standing up and taking a stand against the bad apple. So everybody's so quick to say that, you know, it's a couple bad apples doesn't ruin a bunch, but it kind of does, because if there are a couple bad groups of guys in a black community that are causing trouble, they automatically lump all of them together. They automatically say that's the bad neighborhood. You don't go over there at a certain time, or you don't go over there at all because they over there robbing the kid. Even if it's just 2 or 3 people. I literally just watched an episode of 60 Minutes from like 1992 where it was talking about my city, East St. Louis, and Belleville, the city that Farron is from. And there was an increase in break-ins in this one particular area of Belleville. And so the police chief did not create a task force of 4 cops to crack down on black people who are driving in the area. And there was not evidence of 75% of the tickets issued by these 4 cops. 75% of them were issued to black people. There wasn't even that many people in Belleville. So they are literally targeting people of color who were up there, who were coming from work, going to work, or just passing through to get to the neighboring town. Target 75% of them, right? So, and it came to light that, because they said that it was gangs that were from East St. Louis that were coming up to Belleville and breaking in these houses and scaring people and robbing people and all of that. And when it came to light, they found out it was one person, one black man who had a history of this, who got a reputation and they attached it to an entire city, not even a part of town, not even a part of East St. Louis, the entire city of East St. Louis. This one person was a representation for all the people there, all the hardworking, all the mom and pop shops, all the 9 to 5 people who got this reputation of this one guy. So when you tell me there's a couple bad apples that shouldn't ruin the whole bunch, but I see stories like this that are documented with facts to back it up, with evidence, they have the receipts, I find it hard to be sympathetic to her cry for help. I just do. So,
I mean, it's just like, I've never seen such lack of social awareness too, because it's like, you're a white woman, and it's like, if you're at the very least, I would expect, like, damn, cops really hate, like, they really hate cops right now. I understand, like, I'm gonna take this L, but you went on camera and was like, I didn't get my McGriddle, like, we just need a break. Like, that's what y'all are worried about. That's what y'all worried about. She's just like, I can't even order from McDonald's. We can't even jog. We can't even be asleep in our own house. Like, what are you talking about? Like the lack of social awareness to post this and have the nerve to be like, this is what we're going through. This is what, and you don't even have the social awareness to be like, oh, I'm a cop. Maybe this is going to be dumb because the entire world hates cops right now. Cops are killing random people. And that's why this happened. That's why this is crazy. Like, you don't know why they treated you like shit here. You're just literally like, and it didn't help that you were a white woman that was blonde. That's just like, I can't believe this is how they're treating us. And it just, it goes to show one of two things. Number one, white people could not take the abuse that they're giving us because we have been enduring this, trying to make ways that it works, trying to maneuver the workforce without this, trying to become entrepreneurs in this system, trying to become we have been enduring this and just, and also fighting for the longest. And now, since what, March, April? Shit's a little bit different. They are flipping out. The police chiefs in New York are like, we're treated like criminals. This is crazy. McMuffin Karen is saying she's done with the force because of one little incident at McDonald's. Like, they could not take what we have been enduring. So that just says that, like, who is the stronger race? Who is stronger out of us? The ones who oppress because of their position, and then as soon as shit is flipped, they can't take it, or the ones who have been fighting, and that's why it just rings so clear. Like, this world is so lucky that Black people, Mexican people, Native American people, all these Asian people, all these people are not looking for revenge. We just want shit to be fair. Yeah. And the fact that it's just, that's the silver lining for me. It's just like, okay, I could see where the strength is in this interaction and where the weakness is. And that's why it's happening. That's why we're being kept down at the end of the day, is because they know what it is. They know what it is. There would never, yeah. That's about that. Is it? Oh, and it's 5:40. Okay, how am I gonna get into this? Well, if you get a liquor from McDonald's, no.
How about this? You know what? Sometimes I have to admit it is overwhelming, and I have to even detox from social media. And if you've ever needed to detox from anything, especially when it comes to drinking, to let loose a little bit, you should look at DHM. Because guys, when I tell you this is the best thing since sliced bread, DHM Detox is a vitamin for people who like to enjoy alcohol. All right, you get that much needed immunity boost while you're drinking. And it's time to start taking care of our bodies while we're having fun and kicking it with our friends and detaching from everything every now and then, but still being responsible while we're doing it. So whether you hate hangovers or you just like to enjoy a few drinks here and there, DHM Detox is a must. Now, their company is built on the words, no days wasted, and I can attest to this, and I'm sure Pat can as well. Mm-hmm. Whenever we take DHM and we have a great time with our friends or our families, or even just at the crib, kicking back, throwing a few, we never wake up feeling that haze and that funk that you get from the anxiety and headaches and all of that. So you can enjoy your drinks without the next day nausea. There's a misconception that the awful next day feeling is caused by dehydration. And that's just not the case. It's because the buildup of alcohol's toxins is a byproduct. DHM Toxic uses science to help boost your body's natural response to alcohol and help break down those toxins. It's made up of natural ingredients and antioxidants and vitamins. And just 2 capsules after your first couple of drinks, it starts to go to work. So if you have a long night of drinking, you have 5 or more drinks, all you have to do is just double up and take another packet, and you should be good in the morning. They come in convenient packets. They're easy to take when you're on the go and share with friends or family. And now it's really just a part of my regular drinking routine. And people are like, how do you drink like that and you don't wake up feeling and you still working like that? It's like, bro, it's all because of DHM Detox. You know what I mean?
Really?
So I can say since we started like advertising with DHM, I've probably gone through actually 3 boxes.
I was just about to say, since literally our first ad, I have never been on this earth for a day without DHM. Like I re-up every single time. Like it's not even really a thing for me anymore, like hangovers. Like once it gets to that point, it's just like you have a quick fix and you really don't have to worry about that anymore. So I mean, advertisements aside, you need to get this, especially if you over 25 years old and you start to feel your body like, you know what, we can't do this as efficiently anymore.
Yeah,
I suggest you have a couple of packets on deck. Also, No Days Wasted is a fantastic slogan.
absolutely.
I didn't
I'm
really
all about it. So listen, guys, if you are interested, and which you should be, in checking out and becoming part of the No Days Wasted motto and crew, make sure you go to nodayswastedco.com and you can get 20% off and use our promo code DIYS at the checkout. That's nodayswastedco.com and use our promo code DIYS and you will get 20% off your order at the checkout. You know what I'm saying? And if you have any questions, you can hit them up actually on Instagram at DHM Detox, and that's on Instagram. So hop to it because we know the summer's still coming and some of y'all still gonna be out there kicking it, and I ain't mad at you. Just make sure you're equipped to kick it hard.
No, for real though, because hopefully you guys are staying in because of COVID, but if you have to go out, or if you just want to enjoy some drinks at the house, which has been very much the case in quarantine, make sure you have some DHM on deck. Because
on diggity deck.
It's almost weird how it just kind of clears everything up. It's pretty dope. All right, I have a couple of conspiracies. This is
Somebody just said, well, a couple people said a sponsor trip by Tullamore Dew and DHM to Vegas would be so lit. It absolutely would. And I might put everybody on the email chain to see if we can make that happen.
Tullamore Dew X DHM?
What? Bro, come on. How is that not made specifically for Vegas, bro? Like, that would be like...
That's tailored for us and Vegas. It's crazy.
Come on, man.
This one will get you drunk. This one will keep you from getting hungover.
Let me write it down right now because I'm serious about it.
Let's start the collaboration. That's gonna be pretty fun. Damn. Okay, I have 3 small conspiracies that are about like 5 minutes each.
All right.
The first one is probably the most interesting, which is why it's first. Some kids on TikTok just decided to make a TikTok, right? Mm-hmm. So watch this.
Oh shit! Yeah, I saw this.
Bro, wait, open it. Open it. It stinks, y'all. Oh. Oh. Okay, so she's calling the police so we can see if it's actually a dead body or it's just food. Here's the crime scene.
So I can just tell by his little appearance at the end that that they were in no way trying to look for no type of dead bodies. The music did not help, low key. That
was eerie as hell with the music.
Yeah, whoever sound designed that pretty much made it a scary story. This would have just been a video of niggas looking at a suitcase without that music. But that is pretty wild because, first of all, it shows that niggas on TikTok are doing a lot more than the actual police. But I think my whole thing is that it shows that, like, that stuff really be happening. Like, I get the whole finding a dead body, nigga got shot, dumped or something like that, but the whole Dexter chopping them up, putting them in a trash bag and then a suitcase, and then I'm assuming high tide brought it there. I don't think they just threw it on the rocks. There's probably been dumped in the water, right? Most likely.
I mean, it could be high tide, or it could have been dumped right there, and they were expecting the tide to come sweep it away.
Right. Jesus Christ. But I mean, that is
Man, I don't know. Do you watch Forensic Files, Pat?
I used to.
Man, because like some of the stuff that they did on there is just like that right there didn't even shock me because I've seen so much of that on Forensic Files, bro. Like,
is Forensic Files anywhere near those like kind of like those like cop shows like Law and Order, or is Forensic Files like very specifically stuff?
Every episode is different. Every episode is based on a real thing. Like it's not based on a real thing. It is really a real case. It's not like they have like footage from the actual case, photos from the actual case, like video foot, all of that. All of it is real. None of it is made up. The only thing they do sometimes is change the names to protect the innocent. But other than that, everything you can look up, like literally look up.
Do you remember any of the craziest stuff that you've seen?
There was one where, let's see, this guy had kidnapped some people and put them in these barrels in his house and like underneath his floor and just left them there and moved out the house. And people had moved in the house, I think maybe like 2 times, and they couldn't figure out where the smell was coming from. So they called somebody out, and then they found out that there were bodies inside there, and they had to track the person back like 2 different times to find them.
They caught him?
Yeah. There was one where this guy in San Diego was staying in this man's driveway in his mobile home and said that he was doing some work for him, and he ended up killing a man and chopping the body up. But all they ever found of the man was his hands. Like just this part right here was all they ever found. They never found the rest of the body pieces.
That's such a weird part to cut off. The hands?
Everything, bro. Like I mean, nothing is exempt from Forensic Files, bro. You'll find some of the most bizarre and mind-boggling episodes on there. You'll be like, yo, I can't believe people are really like this.
That's just your 2 examples made me like, oh, that suitcase shit was kind of light compared to those. And I do low-key remember you saying I watched too much Forensic Files and that made you paranoid. So I see why. Like, shit, that's not just in Dexter. That just be really happening on the regular.
People really be out here wild as hell, bro.
That makes me nervous. It's just like, you never know who you sit next to on a bus. You never know who you're walking by on the street. You never know who you brush up against at a public place. Like, what happens in your city at nighttime is just...
Bro, have you ever seen the show Abducted? Not show. It's like a documentary called Abducted in Plain Sight. Yo, it's on Netflix. I know some of the people in the chat have seen that, man. Yes, I've heard the Small Town Murders, Cloud Village. Yeah, dope as hell. Bro, you gotta watch that documentary, bro. The whole time you're gonna be watching it, you're gonna be like, what? Like, yo, that one just pissed me off so much, bro.
Just like the boldest kidnappings?
No, it's specific to one family, and everybody is involved.
Oh.
And yo,
this isn't a Pizzagate, is it?
No.
Okay.
No. Here it is right here. Abducted in Plain Sight.
Was that Netflix?
Yes. If you have not watched it, watch it.
It's a show?
It's a documentary, and it's only like 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
When I tell you your head is gonna fucking explode, there are gonna be so many times where you be like, how the fuck did y'all let that? And then the next thing you be like, yeah, it can't get no crazier. And then the mom's gonna be like, shut the fuck up. And then the dad's gonna talk. You be like, are you fucking serious? By the end of it, you just gonna be like, I hate everybody. I hate everybody.
Damn. All right.
It's good. I would say if you watch it tonight, I'll cash up you the money for your pizza so you can sit and don't have to do nothing.
Wait. Is this that famous story of that dude who like seduced the whole family?
Yes. That right there. Don't say more because there are probably people in the chat who haven't seen it. But Pat, if you didn't watch it,
No, I didn't. But there was another big story about this because we talked about this before.
Pat, this might be that one that we talked about. You got to watch it. You have to watch it.
I did see this. I think I did see this. Without giving away anything, was there just a very awkward and mind-blowing scene in the car?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Pat. Yes.
Man, oh man, did I forget about that story?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. And like that's just one person, Pat. That's just one person. Imagine what goes on in other countries that don't even have laws like ours. And then imagine what goes on in countries that have super strict laws like Korea and North Korea. Bro, the world is full of crazy.
You know how crazy that story is? Just you explaining it like this can't get crazier. What? This can't get... You said what? Then you talked to the dad. What? I was like, the only thing that made me think of that besides Tiger King was a long time ago. And then it like all came together because of that layered ridiculousness. That was like the last time I felt like that.
I was blown. I'm watching it on a plane, right? And I'm getting free drinks, and I know they are like, oh, he got to be drunk. And I'm just like, because I'm like, oh, come the fuck on. I got on my headphones, and I'm loud with this shit. But I was just like blown away that they were just this, like,
it's like the dude who tried.
What was going on? They were completely aloof to it.
It's like the dude who, it's not really that much like it, but it kind of reminds me of the dude who was down to get water for Fire Festival. You remember him?
Yes.
It was like, what?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
The boy said I was ready to take one for the team.
Why? Why though? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's only a few things that made me be like, yo, what? That was for sure one of them. Yeah. Okay. So I'm probably not gonna watch that again, but I'll brush up on the story because that was a doozer. All right. I'm just gonna leave you guys with this. I will let you guys do your own research on it, but I do want to I just want to float this out there, and I feel like I waited a long enough time so that I don't think anybody in the FBI would watch this long. All right, last story, and I'll probably just do this one. Super weird. So the face you're looking at is the dude who actually kneeled on George Floyd's neck, and then started this whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So 2 things. The prison that he went to, apparently, all of the minority and you worked in prison. And maybe you can give us some insight. Maybe this was because it was a race war and they figured they would choose sides. But for some reason, all of the guards that were of black or Hispanic, all minority guards, were not allowed to guard George Floyd. They were sent to other floors, and they're actually filing like a lawsuit against it. And the strangest part to me was this story. It said multiple officers reported seeing surveillance footage of a white lieutenant granted special access to Derek Chauvin's cell, where she sat on his bunk and allowed him to use her cell phone, which is clearly a significant policy violation.
Yes.
So my only thing is like, okay, that makes this story scary on multiple levels. Because now I'm thinking like, okay, what scenario would a lieutenant just go into a prisoner's cell and sit on the bed? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know prison stuff. The cell phone thing, I for sure know there's no scenarios. But now it's like this guy did something very public, very clearly wrong, that set forth all these things that could lead to who knows what. Now we know a whole bunch of stuff about the dude who shot Kennedy saying I was set up, you know? The dude who shot Abraham Lincoln, there's a lot of weird stuff with that. A lot of people say that they were government appointed, you know? A lot of people say that it was proved that the CIA or our own government killed Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. So what scenario would the cop who killed a man that set forth an entire, I don't know what to call this.
Race war.
Race war. What scenario would the lieutenant, a white woman, come into his cell and let him use the phone? Now, clearly there are payphone privileges, right?
They have that.
So this is on some Jason Bourne type shit. Like, who specifically on her phone did he have to call and why? Like, this was the scariest conspiracy pitch that I've heard all year, because we're living through it, you know? And it's just like, who did he have to check in with? Who did he have to report to? Like, who is protecting these officers? It's really, really chilling and scary. And this is just the one about the other officers. But
yeah,
I don't know. As someone who actually worked in a prison, like, what does this spell to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just highlights the privilege of this situation. I also think that there may be, you know, larger plans looming and a hidden agenda that we're not privy to right now. And I think that the whole thing of people of color, correctional officers not being able to walk him to and from probably his cell and the shower and all of that, because he's definitely in protective custody. He's not in general pop. I think that just speaks to another layer of the privilege, because you got to think about like all the times that, you know, Black people have been sent to trial and they have an all-white jury. You know, they're not afforded that luxury to have people who look like them, a true jury of their peers, judge them. So the fact that he is getting protective custody from literally only his peers that look like him is like, okay.
So does this point more towards white privilege or a cop brotherhood? Like, you're cops, we're cops, we got you?
I think they're in bed with the same thing. I think they're one of the same with that. I think it's both. I think it's more so led by the cop privilege. In association with the white privilege, because I don't think if he was a Black cop, he would be afforded the same.
Oh no, I know white privilege and cops, that for sure. I'm saying like you're leaning more towards like these are cops protecting their own, or like
these are white cops protecting their own.
Right. White cops protecting their own, as opposed to like some big like government type thing. Like, you have to check in with this person. This is just like regular shit, but we got you because.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little better, because to me it was on some shit like, you know, thank you, agent so and so. Here's the phone. Talk to this so and, you know what I mean? Like,
I think that definitely probably are some conversations that they don't want to be heard, because those phones are, you know, I think they I don't know for sure, but I think those calls are recorded when you do it over the phone. So I think they listen in, because they definitely go through your mail. Like, anything that somebody sends you in jail, they definitely go through and make sure that, you know, they're not sending any drugs or weapons through the. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were listening to the conversations. But yeah, man,
that's how it is. That's how it's working right now. I'm gonna be optimistic. That's how it is right now.
Yeah.
And we shall see. Where it goes. Obviously, you see what corner we're in. We will it's gonna be all right, guys. I know we just did a lot to make y'all nervous, but we have to speak on it. And you know, this is what's happening right now. We'll try to continue to present it in not such a harsh light. Obviously, your timeline is harsh enough. We'll try to highlight what we highlight, but sometimes you just got to talk about what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
But as always, we appreciate the Scary Squad, More Mob, Cloud Village. You guys are literally the lifeblood. We appreciate you guys so much. Like we said earlier, we are going to be bringing back Chit Chat and Serial. I don't know if we want to do to hear maybe like a Saturday morning, Sunday morning type of thing to kind of like, you know.
I'm not opposed to it. We'll figure it out for sure.
Some type of schedule. For all our non-Patreons, thank you as well. If you know, we've been talking to our Patreons in the chat. They get this a little bit early. Make sure you guys subscribe to our Patreon as well. And yeah, this was some real talk today. I'm glad you guys in the chat are appreciating it. And yeah, until next time, we will see you guys on the Patreon and in the Scary Squad. As always, I've been Patrick Cloud.
And I'm to hear more. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Later.
All right, let me go ahead and.
Ooh, sweat soup. Sweat soup. So, did you want to do anything this weekend? Oh shit, I'm out of town this weekend.
Okay.
Is there anything that you want to do Thursday or Monday?
I don't know. Let me text you.
You guys zoom in with the homies
tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, for sure. You guys zoom in with the homies starting pretty soon, right?
Literally in an hour. I'm gonna find something to eat real quick and then get ready for that.
All right, for sure. I'm on Wednesday, Thursday. Bet. All right, man. All right, guys.
Peace.
I'm going to Twitch. I'll see you guys there.
Peace.